A lot of the times it's like, oh, it must be your first time in the outdoors, and oh, well done, you've done this. And it's like, no. I remember we went to Helm Crag, bless the gentleman, I don't know whether he meant it in what way he meant it, but he goes, oh wow, you know, I've seen you guys and you've made it, so well done to you, you know, it must be your first time. And I was like, no, it's not my first time actually. There's this very big misconception with veiled women within the media as well. Anyone thinking that you're not able to do something because you cover. But it's like, why can't I do this? Hi, I'm Amira. I'm 28 years old. I'm a British Muslim Indian living in the UK, and as my hobbies, I love the outdoors and spend a lot of time in the outdoors, hiking, and also with my group Wanderlust Women.
Hi, I'm Aysha, and I'm Amira's mum. I'm 50 years old, I'm a freelance artist, and I love the outdoors. For me, I started very young. I remember when I was about 5 years old, I just used to wander off, and then my father would have to come and find me, and he used to scold me. So I think it was in me from a very young age. But being in a quite strict family, I couldn't pursue that. I was very much having to stay at home. So I think I found my passion more after I got divorced, and more recently when I found meetup groups on the internet. I had so much enthusiasm and energy. I wanted to do things, and I just didn't know that there were groups out there that went hiking. People like me, like middle-aged, divorced, on their own, needing some kind of activity where they could talk to other people. So I think for the first time I actually lived for myself, not for anybody else.
I'd suffered from like low confidence, low self-esteem, went through quite a few traumas, so the traumas sort of stay with you. So I lost myself as a person, and then throughout these past, I started finding myself again. And I've always said that I've always been the person that loves to wander. Like that's when I'm like the most myself and I've got the most confidence.
I think like for me, when I'm in nature, it reminds me of God, because, you know, we believe he created everything. So even though I've been out so many times, I still have that childlike excitement. Like, you know, when I see birds, like animals, you know, little things, every time I see them, I still get excited. And Amira knows, you know, how I love animals. And I'm just like a child again, just always remembering like God created all this. And I'm always in awe of it. I can never get bored of it.
We have a 5 prayer, so we always sort of work around that, and we take our travel prayer mat with us. We do our prayers when we need to. We have a ritual wash that we do before our prayers. So, you know, if we are in a place where there's a little stream, and it's so nice just to be connected to the raw nature, and you're literally in awe because you've got this natural stream, you're going to do your ritual wash, and then you're going to do the prayer, and it's all outdoors. So it's a really nice way to connect to God, because you're doing your prayers, but you're also sort of appreciating everything that he's given. The Wanderlust Women, it came from, I named myself Amira the Wanderlust because I've always loved that word. And then I was like, what do I call the group? And then I was like, you know what, the Wanderlust Women. I made the Instagram page, and then it just blew off because I had literally over hundreds of messages, because people were like, women, Muslim, coloured people, like this is something that we're looking for. So we did our first hike after sort of the lockdown rules were eased, and that was the first large group that I did of 30 people. I've never done a group that big, so it was quite overwhelming, but it was really, really fantastic. And then we did Helm Crag in Lake District, we did gorge walking, we did sunrise walk. So we've done quite a few things. We've got so many things planned. My main aim is that I do want to create retreats for the women. So looking into like mindfulness, sort of mental health, art therapy. So I really want to, as well as the outdoors, I want to engage other factors in there as well. So if anyone's going through anything, it's sort of like a space for everything. So I am working towards that, hopefully.
Sometimes physically, even if things are hard, I think mentally I'm so strong. I think mental strength has kept me going, because when I did Brecon Beacons, I found it so hard. And for me, at that moment, I was thinking that all the other little things you worry about are trivial. Like when you're trying to get that next step on the mountain, I think that just made me even stronger, like mentally. I mean, physically, my body gave up because I'm not young and whatever, but I think that really made me the person that I am.
You know, if our prime ministers sort of calling us letterboxes and being saying racist comments, and that's the thing about, like, each person would experience something different. So you might have not experienced that because obviously you don't wear the veil, but for me, because I wear the veil, it's a lot more different. So like I have to think about, okay, if I'm going to go here, will it be okay for me? Will I get a racial attack? Because you know, these things do happen. We can't say that they don't happen, and a lot of people have messaged me saying, you know what, we didn't know what sort of things that you face, but now they're sort of learning. So I think if people continue to learn, if people stop listening to the media, which is just, you know, horrific in terms of what they say, and if people learn to educate that we're not what they say, then I think, you know, good things can happen. But you know, it's our job as Muslim women to speak out, to break down the barriers, the misconceptions, and to show that, you know what, we can do everything actually. We're not limited.